Hello everybody at Reno Tahoe Auto Group. This is Deanna, your coach with Phone Ninjas, and today I'm going to be reviewing with you your reporting for the month of March. Now this was the first month that we coached you guys, so right now you're at a 1.75, and that's okay. This is our starting point. But what we want to do is continue to incorporate Phone Ninjas into the routine of your teams so that in 3 months, 6 months, we're seeing a needle being moved. And so this should be the only month where 1.75 is our score. We want to start seeing the needle move. There's always a learning curve and every team is different, but what we want to do is really work towards a first benchmark of a 3.0. That's a really good benchmark, and you'll see that's in blue, and that's average to good. A 5 point, when you see it in green, that means it's excellent or perfect. And so we just really want to work towards seeing more blue here. That's our first benchmark. And as I'm going to go over a couple different ways to help your team get on board with this. I think we did a good job when we had call volume last month, but we also have mystery shops that we're doing with the team, and I'm also going to be doing some one-on-ones as well. And just prepare your team for that. What it means is that I call in and I act as a customer, and then as we wrap up the call, I introduce myself, I apologize for tricking them, and then we go right into just reviewing that call. And it's a great time for your sales representatives to have one-on-one time to answer questions around this script and get some real-time coaching versus always having to get that coaching after the fact through a recording. So if you can just loop your team in and let them know they can be anticipating that just so they're not too surprised, we'll definitely be taking care of those this month. Now, one of the things that we need to do as part of the training program is making sure that we're reviewing calls in a timely manner. So Amy did a nice job reviewing her call. Ryan still has her calls from last month to be reviewed, and Katie's reviewed half of theirs. And so we just want to make sure the team's going in there and reviewing their calls in a timely manner. I always say between 24 to 48 hours after receiving that email, because then they're getting that feedback quickly and they're able to apply it to their next call. And that's how we really start seeing the needle move. So we've got to review those calls in a timely manner. Also, we have the certifications. So when Ryan, Katie, and Amy first started, they went and watched all of those videos and took the little short certification quizzes. But as I scored their calls, if they scored below a certain percentage, it uncertified them. And that's just saying, hey, this is still a section that you need to work on. Go back and get a refresher on those videos. And so especially when they're learning, they're going to have to go back and watch these videos quite often. I think they do a good job of reviewing why we do what we do. And this is actually going to, their certification status will actually show up in the email that they receive, and it makes it really easy. So it showed, for example, for Amy, this qualifying step of the specific script, that's where she got uncertified. So she just has to click on that link. It's going to take her to the video, and she can just take the short quiz there. And then, of course, if they need access to the scripts, I would encourage everyone to have them printed off. You can access them here. And we just coach really on the Phone Ninjas. The generic new and used script and the specific new and used script is what I coach on. And the only difference between these two scripts, if it seems daunting to memorize two scripts, they're the exact same except for the qualifying step. So if you have any questions about that, please let me know. And then we're also going to take a look at the mystery shop. So in addition to coaching your inbound calls, doing some one-on-ones, we also do mystery shops. These are a little bit more holistic. So it starts with an internet lead all the way through a phone call. And you can reach out to me regardless of anything if you have any questions, but you can also, I can facilitate the questions for mystery shops. But if you want to reach out directly to Bethany, your coach, you are more than welcome to do that. And she would be really, really helpful. Now, as you can see, Katie reviewed her mystery shop. Ryan had 2. We still need to go back and review those. And as you can see, we can click on this and get the summary. If you want to see exactly the email that we responded with and the actual summary, you can just click on that details link of the call, and it'll show right here. And it shows exactly how she scored it. And there are some videos that show the emails, the initial inquiry, and then as we go down here, you'll see the audio as well. And so they just need to grab that coaching code from both the audio and the video and click submit to get credit for reviewing their mystery shop. So I just wanted to go over that so that you guys had a good understanding there of what kind of next steps everyone needs to take to really start moving the needle and incorporating the training program into their routine. Now, these are all of our reports. Now, these reports over here are around using the Phone Ninjas system holistically as your call tracking. So we do have all of these as options for you all. For example, if we want to, and it looks like you guys opted into that, so that's awesome. So I'm not going to go too much over that, but if you want to see any of this information, that's over there for you. But as far as the coaching goes, we have a couple different reports that we can use here. I'm going to look specifically here at where your dealership is ranked by score. Now, it's over 200. I think we have 203 dealerships, and right now with a 1.75, you're ranked number 183. But again, that was your very first month, and we're going to start seeing the needle being moved. But I did want to let you know of some incentives that we have. So we have the top 4 contest. So every month we take our top 4 dealerships, we put them into a hat, and at the end of the year, we pull a dealership from the hat, and that dealership wins a trip to Hawaii. The GM can take it or award it to someone who's an MVP. But we also have a perfect score contest, and that's for the individual sales representatives, and there's hundreds here of perfect scores, but every time a perfect score gets put into every time someone gets a perfect score, their name gets put into a hat. And at the end of the quarter, we pick a name from the hat, and that individual gets a trip to Hawaii. And we haven't done Q1 yet, and we still just have the Q4 winner here. But that's another incentive for your team. And we do it 4 times a year. So there's always the possibility. That's kind of one of the incentives we have to really get folks to strive to using the script 100%. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to help. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week.